Thank you, and thanks all of y'all for coming out this afternoon, this morning. We have a very productive, exciting morning for the students here at Val Verde High School. So thank you guys for having us. My name is Tattoo. I work for Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions. I tour all over the world with Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez, all the fighters, you name them. I've been there with these fighters, and I announce the fighters from city to state to country on these great tours and fight nights, and it's an honor to be working where I work for such an amazing company here with also the WBC. Before I worked with Oscar, I worked 10 years with Power 106 with Big Boy in the morning, Big Boy's Neighborhood, and I had my own morning show on 93.5 K-Day. So I come from a radio background, entertainment, now working with De La Hoya, announcing all these fighters. But let me tell you where it really comes from, guys. The root, the seed, is myself being in dozens of continuation schools. I grew up in East LA. I went to Vale High, Mujeres y Hombres Nobles, SEAS. I mean, these are all East LA schools. What was that, sir? Little loud. I have a loud voice, sir. I have a loud voice. That's why I'm a hype man. So lower the mic a little bit if you can. This is my natural tune here, sir. So continuation schools and you know, getting a little more personal with you guys. I grew up in foster care as well. I was taken away from my family when I was 4 years old. Grew up many years in foster homes. I'm not trying to give a sad story here. The reason why I'm telling you guys this is to let you guys know where we are today, what I do today. It's never about how you fall. It's about how you get up, how you rise, how you work your life into certain circumstances. Nobody knows what we go through the day before we come to school. Like I was telling this amazing a man here that I was speaking with. I mean, he got mad love for you guys. That's all he kept talking about were you guys before you guys got in here, and the way you guys, you know, quieted down and listen. You gotta respect that, man. You gotta respect people who give their hard-earned time, their love, their passion, and this is it right here, man. So much love to this gentleman right here. But just so you guys know, no matter what you're going through, no matter what life brings you, no matter what battles, no parents. My father doing life in prison. My mom, don't know where she lives, but look where I'm at today. Working for Oscar De La Hoya, a multi-billion-dollar company, putting on shows like this with my man Mo with the WBC. So at the end of the day, man, you guys pick up a book, do whatever you want to do. If you guys want to be a fighter, if you guys want, you don't have to be a fighter to get into boxing. Look at me. I'm making money announcing the fighters. I don't know how to fight. I'm good. I don't want to fight anybody. I run from fights. I'm cool with that. Let the fighters do what they do. But there's other ways to make money in this business. Don't always think in order to get in the fight business, you got to be a fighter. You could be someone like Mo who comes work for the WBC, who puts these events on. Be someone like myself who gets to travel and gets to do things, get to announce. Just know there's all kinds of other things to get involved in, man. So thank you guys for having us out, man. We're going to have a good morning, and we're going to get the show started, right? Okay, so right now, you guys, I'd like for you guys to take a look at this screen and take a look at some guests that we brought here for you guys.
You never know where life is going to take you. Sometimes the decisions you make can open doors to infinite possibilities. They may even lead you to a door that has never been opened and dare you to knock. Your determination is a light that guides you. When most people set out to do something, there's usually a map. Something they follow, others on the same road to guide them. People who've been where they're trying to go. In this case, there is no path. Only a destination, your desire to create, and your will. Sometimes there is only a short window of opportunity, and you have to seize the moment. For us, 2012 is that window. The Olympics in London is that moment. This is our will.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here she is, the IFBA World Champion from Oxnard, Califas. Make some noise for La Morenesa, Crystal Morales.
Hi, everyone. I'm happy to be here. My name is Crystal Morales. They call me La Morenaza. I am a professional boxer, IFBA world champion, 135, and I am so excited to be here. When they gave me the call to come out here, I was like, hell yeah, I'm here. I want to be here with you guys, so support you guys on whatever you guys decide to do. I was in high school as well. Didn't do that great, to be honest with you, but, you know, I think boxing was the one thing that kept me going and kept me on the right path. My dad was in jail most of his time for a couple years, so I was the oldest in my family, so I literally had to grow up faster than any individual my age. I got a part-time, even though I wasn't 13 years old, couldn't work, but I was working, helping the kids with their homework, and then going to school, and then boxing. So it was a great way and opportunity for myself to get away from the problems that I had in my house and go to the gym and just train and just let all my frustration out in the gym. Sparring with, awesome people there. I felt like I needed that family. And I think boxing is what gave me that family that I needed, as in a group that will always support me no matter what. But definitely, love the fact that, you guys are doing what you guys are doing. I've always said, life is what you make of it. So whatever you guys decide to do, do it. And don't let no one tell you can't do it. Me being a female fighter, it's harder for women to be out there, be known, and have that support that men get. That's why we work even harder, to prove to everyone that anyone can do anything. When I was 13 years old, I remember I used to look up to Mia St. John, another professional boxer, and I would be like, I want to be just like her. I want to be a world champion. I'm like, I know I have what it takes, and I'm going to do it. So I went in there, trained so hard. I would train just like the men because I felt like I need to train just like them. If I want to be just as good, I got to train just like the guys. I would watch them spar, watch what they would do, and I would double it just because I wanted to be just as good as them and be up there with them at their level and make it to the top. So that's exactly what I did. I kept going, did my national champ. I was undefeated as an amateur, state national champ as well. So, I said, all right, I did everything I could do as an amateur, time to turn pro. I turned pro, I said, let's bring it. I'm ready. I spar with men. I literally spar with men. So when I get in there with the female, I feel like, okay, I get the confidence of being in there and being like, I can do this, But, like I said, boxing literally has helped me so much. And if it wasn't for my family, my boxing family, I really don't think I would have been the champion that I am now, and the person that I am now. Back then I used to always think, a girl would look at me all crazy, be like, what? Start problems. But now it's like, it's not worth it. Literally, it's not worth it. And I literally love the video. I saw little clips of the video you guys did for the boxers and about the whole situation that the dad didn't support. Similar to my thing, but it was vice versa. My mom didn't want me to fight. So it was really hard for me to break that wall with her when I wanted her to support me, and I didn't have my dad back then when he was in jail. I didn't have him to support me because he wasn't there. But he would always, even though he was in jail, he would always support me and be like, do what you have to do. So once I started fighting, my mom started coming to my fights, and that's when she started supporting a little bit more. And that right there went a long way for myself in my career in boxing. I said, okay, well, I have my mom's support. My dad's out, I have his support. It's time to give full gas and not let no one put you down. I've literally gotten there's people out there that tell me, oh, you're a female, you shouldn't be fighting, girl, boxing's only for men. No, I'm living proof of I can be in there with the male and I can keep up. It's just how you train, no matter what you want to do. It's like I've always said, babies crawl before they walk. Same thing with anything you want to do. You got to start from the bottom and work yourself up. Definitely, like I said, I'm living proof of it. I'm excited to be here and excited to meet all of you guys. I'm from Oxnard, so I was literally out here for like an hour out there in the parking lot. I'm like, I'm not gonna miss it. I'm gonna be here on time, literally. So thank you guys so much for having me, and thanks again.
Give it up, Crystal Morales, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, really quick, let me tell you guys, you know, to be in radio, I've been in radio for 15 years on Power 106, on 93.5 K-Day, and growing up the way I did, like in foster homes and continuation school, like just this troubled life that I had. One thing that I always did was communicate. That's how I got my communication skills. No one taught me how to talk. No one taught me how to get into radio. It happened because I can communicate. This is how I know, this is what I know how to do. One thing that I will tell you guys is never be afraid to talk to the person next to you. You never know. Y'all can join a group. Y'all can join a band. Y'all can join a team, a league. You don't know who's sitting next to you. An artist could be sitting next to another artist, and y'all really never know until you guys talk to each other. One thing I used to do was just pick up a ball. I was always the new kid in school. I was in dozens of foster homes, so I was always the new kid in school. So it was always having to talk to a new person, a new friend, a new person, introduce myself. I would just get a basketball and I would just start playing ball. So like all these other kids would come in and be like, "Hey, what's up? What's your name?" "I'm David G." "You're David G. Oh, what's up?" By recess, I had 12 friends. I was good. You never know who you're next to unless you communicate, man. It's just something I really wanted to share with you guys. I wanted to thank a couple people, too, before we go on with the show, man. On behalf of the WBC, all this is possible with the WBC, the president, Mauricio Suleiman, man. So we can give Mauricio Suleiman right now a round of applause, man. The president of the WBC for making all this happen. Another thing that we love to do is Golden Boy promotions, man. These are some Golden Boy t-shirts, some Golden Boy merchandise. I just want to give some out right now to some people, man. If y'all could just make some noise, Val Verde High School, make some noise right now. You know what I'm saying? I need y'all to make, don't be afraid to make some noise, guys. Y'all got to make some noise, man. I want y'all to make some noise. Who wants some t-shirts? Val Verde, make some noise. There it is, there it is. That's what we like to do. That's what we do with Golden Boy Promotions, Oscar de la Hoya's Golden Boy Boxing. Now I want you guys to take a look at this screen and take a look at one of the greatest pound-for-pound Mexican fighters in the world right now. Check it out. I got more. Ladies and gentlemen, rise up for the 3-division world champion, 126-pound champion, the 130-pound champion, the current WBC 135-pound champion of the world. Pound for pound great. His professional record, an undefeated 36 professional victories, 30 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Eyes own Mikey Garcia.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Like Tattoo just said, you know, and you guys seen the video, Mikey Garcia, boxing world champion, 3 divisions. I live just actually 10 minutes from here, over in Moreno Valley by the college. So I'm pretty close to all you guys. My dad lives right off of Evans and Ramona right there. So we're in the area. But, you know, I'm here to talk to you about a little something else aside from me, you know, and what I do. You know, I am a professional boxer, been doing it for many, many years now, about 10 years as a professional. But it's not always, you know, the glory that you see on TV. It's not always the fun and games and triumph that you see. To get to where I am right now has taken a lot of time, a lot of dedication, a lot of sacrifices, and challenges to overcome. Most people never know a fighter personally. They only see the glory of 30 minutes in the ring, the 20 minutes up on TV. But there's a lot more that takes, a lot more that the fighter goes through to get to that level. Very, very basic, just starting with training camps. Training camps are not fun. They're not that easy. We try to make it as fun as we can, but it's a training camp. It's 8 or 10 weeks of isolation, living on your own, training for your fight, for a particular opponent, working on just about everything to get your body ready for that fight. Sometimes you have injuries that you have to overcome, that you have to work through. And even at that, sometimes you get sick. At one occasion, was very, very sick, and I couldn't even make the weight. The limit for that fight was 126 pounds, and I couldn't make it. I got sick. I fainted. I passed out. The doctor came and wanted me to cancel my fight and go to the hospital. We said, no, I have to fight the next day. So I took the fight the next day. I was able to win. But those are just some of the things in boxing that you have to go through and overcome to become world champion, to be a champion and stay champion. But outside of the ring, there's other challenges and stuff that life throws at you that you have to overcome. I have a family of, we're a family of 7 total. I'm the youngest in the family. My dad and my mom came from Mexico, or originally illegal, then with their green card and now U.S. citizens. They overcame a lot of struggles. My dad and my mom worked, I think it was over 15 years, close to 20 years, in the strawberry fields in Oxnard. So we come from different background. Like I said, it's not just what you see on TV and assume that we all had everything. I mean, I come from a family that worked hard, made a lot of sacrifices to finally accomplish some success. We happen to find success in the sport of boxing. That's what I do. That's what my family does. But before that, like I said, family had to overcome a lot. My brother Robert and myself are the only ones born here in the States. My other brothers and sisters were all born in Mexico. And they also came here on visa, green card, and finally they get their U.S. citizenship after years and passing the exam. But what I'm also trying to tell you is that no matter where you come from or what kind of background you have, it's up to you to change the future for yourself. It's up to you to decide where you want to go and where you want to take your life. If you're going through hard times, sometimes things aren't going your way or not going as planned, then do something about it. Get up and change it. Do something that's going to change the way things are going. It's really up to you. It's in your hands. No matter what you see or what others tell you or what you think, it's really up to you. Your decision. You have the power. You have the ability. Everybody here has the same capacity, same mental capacities. Everybody here can study, can work hard. Everybody here can learn. And that's what's going to change where you take your life. If you want it bad enough, you will work hard. It might not always be the easiest thing, but that's actually the best part of it, because you know how hard it is to get to where you want to be, how hard it's going to take you, how much time you're going to put into it. But when you finally accomplish that, your goal, your dream, that feeling, that reward, no one can take away. That's going to make it all that much more worth it. When I go through my fight, you only see me on TV, or my fight might have been easy. My last fight was only 3 rounds. I knocked the guy out in the 3rd round. I took the title away, and I was happy. And people might think, well, that was easy. It was only 3 rounds. I mean, that was quick. But they don't know all the years that I worked to get here. They don't know the weeks of training camp just for that one fight. Same thing with all you guys. If you guys work hard right now, start now doing well in school, preparing your future, getting into a good school to continue to achieve that degree, diploma, whatever it is that you guys want as a career, as a job. When you finally get there, that's the best feeling, because you know all that it took, all the time that you put in it to finally get there. And once you have that, no one else can take that away from you. No one else can take that. See, I didn't just box. I also went to school. I did a 2-year college, and I was ready to transfer. And I also did a police academy. I graduated the police academy because I wasn't sure where boxing would take me. See, the belt looks very, very nice and shiny and pretty, and right now it's what I do. But this belt could be taken away at any given moment, just like I took the belt away from my last opponent. Someone could take this from me. I could also get injured. I could lose a few fights, and I could stop fighting. And if that happens, then what do I do if I don't have any other career? So that's why I did go to school, and I did graduate police academy, because I wanted to have other career options, because those no one will ever take away from me. That's going to be for the rest of my life. If I don't want to box, if I can't box, I have something else I can do. I can go back into law enforcement, or I can continue my school. But right now, like I said, I'm doing boxing. It's going well for me, and I plan on doing this for a few more years. Now, whatever career you decide to go and do, once you accomplish your school, that's for you. That degree, that diploma, no one will ever take away. And once it's up here, when you have that, and all that knowledge is up here, that's power. That's the best thing you could do. You will never be in a position where you have no options. When you learn something, when you really know it, no one can just take it away. I was out of the ring for 2.5 years. I wasn't able to box. In 2014, January of 2014, I had one fight, and after that, my former promoter wouldn't give me any fights. We had a lawsuit pending with him. He wouldn't let me go. It was a dispute over the contract. My contract was up, but yet he wouldn't sign a release form where I could go and look for other promoters. It dragged on for 2.5 years. So that's another example of what I was telling you guys. The belt can be taken away. The fights can be taken away. Good thing for me, I had something else. I was doing other things aside from boxing. For those 2.5 years, I had to look for other ways to make a living. I was commentating as a special guest commentator for different networks. I was buying property here in the area, buying, selling, flipping houses. I did a few gigs like that just to keep, income coming. I need to feed my family. I have 3 kids. I have a wife. I got expenses. I got homes, bills to pay. This is the real world. Nothing is given. So I needed to find ways to continue supporting my family. Boxing wasn't doing it. But because I had the education and because I had experience, I did something else. I had options. And that's what I'm telling you guys can do. You guys go to school, work hard, accomplish that goal, that dream, that career. You have options. Maybe one job is done. Maybe you guys got to look for something else. But because you have that degree, you have options. You can go somewhere else. If you don't like that job, you can go somewhere else. If you're working, whether it's, as an attorney or a cop or a mechanic or whatever it is, it doesn't matter. If it makes you happy and you're happy with your career, your job, you got to just go for it and do it. And if you don't like it, go somewhere else, do something else. But it's in your hands. No one else is just going to give you something. No one just handed me these bells. No one just hands you over a degree. It's really up to you. If you want it, and I'm pretty sure everybody wants something here. I don't think there's anybody who doesn't want anything. If you guys didn't want anything, you guys wouldn't be here. You guys wouldn't be in school. You guys wouldn't be sitting down right now. I assume you guys all want something else, something greater. And that's why it's very important that you guys take action and start now. You can't wait 5 years from now, 10 years from now, because then you're starting to fall behind. You need to start now. Plan your future right now. Right now, when you're young and you have the energy and the motivation, that's when you have to start. If you start a little later, it can always be done. But no one wants to waste time. You're going to look back and feel that you just wasted time, and that's not something that you want to look forward to. You need to start right now by finishing your school, continuing to a college, getting into a better school to complete whatever degree or career you want to accomplish. Everything else that I have done in boxing is great, but like I'm telling you, I had to go to my school. I did my school and I did my police academy because I wanted to have options. And I think that's what everybody needs to do. Work hard. Be determined to accomplish your goals, your dreams. No one else is going to be able to do that for you. And no one here can tell me that they're not smart enough or that they're not, intelligent enough, that they're not capable of doing that. Because everybody has the same capacity. Everybody here has the same abilities. It's just a matter of how hard you work for it, how much time you put in it, how much do you really want it. You study, you work hard, you learn the material, and you will learn it. It may take a little longer for some because of work or other responsibilities, but if you really want it, you will accomplish that. Anyways, I think I'm very happy to be here, very happy I can speak to you. I've been doing a few presentations to other schools as well, different high schools, different age groups, and I'm very happy to be here and be able to speak to some of you here today. I know you're going to have a session for questions and answers, and if you guys have any questions for me also. But just before I end, let's just leave this here, and just remember, you guys all have the power to do great. No one else is going to do it for you. It's really up to you. And I really, really would love to one day, 5, 10, 15 years from now, 20 years from now, run into you guys. And if you guys could tell me that you guys did great, you guys did your school, that you went through college or any career and you accomplished that, and you remember me being here and speaking to you guys, that'll mean the world to me. That would mean the most, a lot more than winning any title. Because the title, like I said, is great, it's nice, but if I can impact one or two or many of you guys, if I can impact all of you guys, and like I said, in 10, 15 years from now, 5 years from now, run into you and you tell me, remind me that you remember me speaking to you, that's going to be the greatest feeling for me. And I really, really hope I get to do that. I tell that to every time I go to the students and speak to other students, I tell them the same thing. I end the conversation at that. If you guys can do that for me, that'll mean the world to me. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, undefeated world champion, Mikey Garcia. Yo, like Mikey said, man, we're gonna do Q&As really quick, man. Before we do that Q&A, I do wanna like recite on those 2 years that he was talking about being off. For those of you that don't understand, as a boxing fan myself, I went 2 years without seeing Mikey fight, and then you're wondering, man, when's Mikey gonna get back in the ring? When's Mikey He finally gets back in the ring, starts knocking everybody out again. But the point of what he's trying to say is that when stuff stops, it's not about you. You don't stop when life stops. You got to keep on pushing. I was fired from Power 106. I was fired from Power 106, but guess what? 93.5K, they was like, you know what? We want to hire you and have your own morning show. I hope you guys don't take this the wrong way, but I wish every teacher that told me I wasn't going to make it was sitting right here in this first row right here, because making it to me right here is talking to you kids where we didn't have this, where you know, where I grew up in East LA, man. So that's very important, man. At the end of the day, remember, it's never about how you fall. It's always about getting up, working for Oscar De La Hoya now after getting fired from Power, 93.5K. I was supposed to be done after that stuff, but I never gave up. I knew I had a gift. I knew I had talent. I knew people. I was like, yo, I'm going to get in here. I'm going to start announcing for boxing. Now, boxing was my life, and I told myself, I work for the WWE as well. Vince McMahon, I do all the announcing for WWE. So you guys, it's always about pushing yourself to getting the next thing for yourself in life, man. Never quit with one. If one thing don't go well, get to the next one, period. Who wants some t-shirts, man? Make some noise, man. I said, who wants some t-shirts, Val Verde? Come on.